Today I'm going to show you the top 8 most important and best mods to do to your Sur Ron. And for the sake of this video, we're talking about mods to the body, essentially. Nothing to do with the battery, the motor, or the controller. And to show you all these fancy, awesome upgrades, I'm going to take us to the middle of a beautiful field. So let's go. Here's the beautiful field I was talking about.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Let's get right into the 8 most important and best upgrades you can do to your Sur Ron. And like I said, in this video, I'm not referring to anything in the powertrain, not the battery, not the motor, not the controller. Those things are just too expensive. Maybe I'll look into that stuff at a later date, but for right now, I'm more concerned with the little things. Number 1, most important thing, super easy upgrade, is the grips. These are going to be protaper pillow top grips. They require no glue and no adjustment. You just slide them on and they work amazing. A huge upgrade from the stock grips. You feel less vibration, you have a lot more grip in general, and they look cooler. So there you go. Next, this is extremely important. I didn't think it would be that important, but it is. The 3-inch rise bars. Mine are protaper 3-inch rise bars. I'm sure the other deity bars are just as good, but getting those bars up and getting your stance higher and leaning back is so much better than leaning forward and being really front heavy. The stock bars were nice, but yeah, without the rise, you're just too far forward, especially if you have short arms. Next, I didn't think this was going to be that important, but again, it is. The foot pegs. Getting some nice foot pegs makes a huge difference. I was using the stock ones and I was like, these aren't that bad. I don't know why everyone talks about like getting foot pegs. Until I got really nice ones. Immediately I realized how much more grip and stability I had doing everything. So next, we're gonna do mud guards. 3 different mud guards. We got the front mud guard. This one's gonna help get the water and the mud out of your eyes and your helmet. So that one's really important. This one, also, in my opinion, I'm really glad I got it because it keeps all the dirt and water off of this shock, especially if you replace this rear shock with a really expensive one. I know they have some Fox shocks that are like 800 bucks that are really nice that you can put on here. And if you have that much money into a shock, you don't want this getting full of mud and getting rusty and just bad. Next, we got the rear mud guard. This is the brand new one I just put on today from Race Spec Sur Ron. I wasn't going to do it because I don't think it's a huge deal, but the other day I whiskey throttled while I was walking it. I didn't even realize that it was on basically, and I twisted the throttle while I was lifting it up and moving it, and the whole bike jumped up and spun around and smashed on the back, and the stock mudguard got smashed and ripped off. So I just decided to replace it because it looks hella stupid without a rear mudguard. Moving along, the other extremely important thing is this bash guard, another thing from Race Spec Sur Ron. Pretty simple to install. All you need is some Allen wrenches, and this is going to protect your motor. So I figured that it would be a pretty good investment, even though they are pretty kind of expensive. And I believe we're on number 8 now. The final thing is to upgrade the front shocks. Now I know I talked about not spending too much money on like the controllers and the batteries, but if you get a new controller and a new battery, that's like $3,000. You can get a shock used for around $1,000 maybe. This one was $1,300. This is the RockShox Boxer Select. That's the same shock that they use on Trek downhill bikes. People like Brandon Semenik and the other best riders in the world use this same shock. Would you pick these 8? Or would you pick a different 8? See you guys in the next video. Bye.